All right, man, so I wanted to do a video real quick. Obviously, I'm just hanging out and I didn't shave. So if being real and genuine is not your deal, then I probably won't be the person's organization you need to join, because I'm always gonna keep it 100. But real quick, everybody right now is trying to figure out why all of the independent brokerages, team leaders, former franchise owners, and agents are moving over to EXP, including myself. I can't tell you how many messages I got on social media where people were asking me, man, Terrence, you and Erica had grown an independent, you were doing amazing things, you had a great brand, like why? And they couldn't wrap their minds around it. But I'll tell you, it was first off, it was a part of God's plan. But real quick, who am I? I'm Terrence Murphy, Terrence Murphy Sr., got a junior, and was a former broker owner of TM5 Properties. And I merged my independent brokerage with EXP. We have hit $1 billion in sales in less than 8.5 years. We were the #1 independent brokerage in the Bryan-College Station and surrounding counties, which is in Central Texas. Was top 1% of agents in the United States for 10 years in a row. And I'll tell you, I came over to EXP as an independent broker because of the pain points that I was feeling and just trying to tackle so many things. And I might have talked about that on a couple more videos, but those pain points just got to a place where I wasn't even enjoying being the broker anymore. I wanted to get up every day and love what I was doing. And it's a heavy burden. And people don't tell you that. You just think, okay, you're a single agent, then you grow a team, then you become a broker owner, right? That's just a part of it. And so that was the transition that I thought I needed, and it wasn't. So even though I had went to EXP, I really, truly didn't understand the full model, like everything that it brought. Like I understood a lot of it, but when I went to Cabo for the Mexico rollout, you might have saw on my social media, just being in a room with a lot of other broker owners that were franchise owners, team leaders from all over the world, and seeing the collaboration, the international reach, and what EXP was doing, and being able to see their plans going forward, it was crazy. But what EXP has afforded a lot of us guys is an exit strategy. You think about it, most agents don't have an exit strategy. And if you heard my podcast, Real Estate Entrepreneur Podcast, if not, shameless plug, go check it out, Real Estate Entrepreneur with Terrence Murphy, bringing on some cool guests. But if you've heard it, I've always been passionate about multiple income streams. And even as we were growing our independent, I always was trying to create new ways that our agents could have retirement options, healthcare, and multiple income streams. And so there's 3 questions I want you to think about. I want you to ask yourself right now. Ask about your current brokerage situation, even if you are a broker owner. Because if you're the broker owner, there's agents watching this video or watching other people's video on the network, they're gonna ask this question. And if you're not a broker owner, if you have no ownership, then you need to ask yourself this question. Is your brokerage giving you an opportunity and giving you a seat at the table to have equity? Ask yourself. Or are you a shareholder in the company? Have they brought you in as a partner? And do you have equity in the company? First question. If not, EXP, when you close your first transaction, you get shares in a company. You become a shareholder. So no different than if I, as an investor, put capital into Amazon, into Berkshire Hathaway, into Tesla. I'm a shareholder. I'm a shareholder in a publicly traded company. And that's what you become at EXP. The real estate agents, the realtors, get to have a seat at the table as a shareholder. The next thing, is your current brokerage situation gonna give you multiple income streams? You have active, residual, and passive income. And like I said, listen to my podcast. I'm very passionate about that, of creating multiple income streams. And then, is your current brokerage gonna give you an opportunity to get your cap back in stock? That means once you've paid in your cap, whether it's 15K, 12K, 20K, 30K, do you get an opportunity to earn that back in stock options? EXP afforded my agents that, and those were the type of value propositions that as an independent, I just couldn't keep competing with. Are they gonna give you 80-20 splits, 16K cap? That 16K cap that I pay in, I pay that in. There's an opportunity for me, once I do a certain amount of transactions after, and then the 2 events a year that I need to be a part of, I can get that back. And then will EXP give you an opportunity to have healthcare? One of the things I've always said for agents is that we're on a hamster wheel. And so there's 3 questions that you got to ask yourself. How do I get off the hamster wheel? You get it off by having an exit strategy, by having multiple income streams, by taking care of yourself, taking care of your health, creating collaboration, creating teams to leverage and do these things. How do you create leverage in this industry? It's by teaming up with the right organizations so that you don't run yourself in the ground. Because we all know if you do, you will burn out. And so I ask you another question. How many real estate agents' retirement parties have you been to in the last 12 months? I already know the answer. 0. I said this before I ever joined EXP. I never understood this phenomenon, but why do agents never retire? I've seen agents selling real estate in their 80s and 90s, literally, I'm not exaggerating. And so agents either burn out or they pass away because we don't have a way to create, and we chase behind the commission. And remember, every time you do your job in this industry, you get fired. It's one of the only industries in the world that you do a great job and you have no job as soon as it's over with. So when I have a client where I sell their home, when we shake hands at title, I've given them a 5-star service. We're taking a closing photo. They tell me, Terrence, we love you. Take care. And on average, I think it's every 3.5 to 5 years, people consider selling their home again. But I got to go back and re-earn their business every time. That means I got to go compete. I helped you buy that house. I did a great job. But when it's time to sell, hey, we love you, Terrence, but you're our agent, but we just may get another agent to give us a CMA. And so it's like you're on that hamster wheel where you're continually having to grind it out, and there's no exit strategy. That's what EXP has afforded the whole industry. It truly is life-changing. And I had Elizabeth Riley tell me that one day. She'd been talking to me for 4 or 5 years, and I kept saying no. I was one of the biggest naysayers. But when she said, Terrence, do this for your agents, and I thought about it, I'm like, can I give my agents this type of healthcare? And we had healthcare at TM5. And we even took some of our other companies and tried to merge them together to try to get better rates. But we couldn't compete with 60,000 agents. We had 300 employees tops between the different companies. And so giving them healthcare, being able to give them their cap back. As an independent, if I gave cap back, like I'm done. It's not possible. Can we create multiple income streams? That was tough. Could we give them equity? My wife and I owned our company, but did our agents have a seat at the table as shareholders and owners and their own equity? They didn't. So the last thing I want to close with is how do you get off that hamster wheel as an agent? Listen, people think EXP is all about recruiting, and I'm not doing that. Like, I'm attracting people to my tribe. So my vibe's gonna attract my tribe. You wanna join? You wanna hear about what I'm doing? Great. If not, stay where you're at. But the key is less than 5% or 6% of the agent network at EXP even does agent attraction or recruiting. So don't let the franchises and brokers tell you that lie, because now I've seen the statistics myself. And I'm like, dang, there's 60,000 agents at EXP and only 5% of them are doing this. The rest of them just sell real estate and get their stock options and get their healthcare and get the services and the coaching and all those things. But I want to ask you 3 questions. We'll finish with this final question. 3 income streams: active, 80-20 split, 16K cap, residual. There's 6 ways to earn stock, which I'll go over on another video, and then passive. When you introduce people to the network, all right, when they do real estate transactions, you get a portion of that commission. And what people think is, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. It's obviously not a pyramid scheme. I thought the same thing too. Pyramid schemes are illegal. And this is a publicly traded company. Google it, EXPI is their ticker. It's not a multi-level marketing because we're not selling soap. We're not selling Advocare. We're not selling Mary Kay. You're just selling real estate. And so it's just an opportunity for you to create multiple income streams. And it's off the front end. It's off the rev share. It's not off the back end. It's not a profit share. So just want to leave you guys with that, because this is the reason that independent brokers, team leaders, former franchise owners are flooding into EXP. Right now, I think EXP is bringing over 12 to 1,500 agents a week. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. No matter, I denied it for 4 or 5 years. but once you see it, you can't unsee it. I got to $1 billion in volume by myself, or right at it. And now my goal is, as I expand, I'm looking for expansion partners in all 50 states, and we're expanding all over the world. So if you think you can be an expansion partner, click the funnel button below and or above. I don't know where it's at on the website. And then just go check it out, man. I'm looking for expansion partners. If you think you got what it takes to be a part of what we're doing, man, we'd love to bring you on. God bless. Take care.